Hi there, I'm Ben Morton, and welcome to another episode of the Leaders Kitbag. It's the weekly micro edition of my podcast. Each episode is just 6 minutes long and is designed to provide you with tips, tools, and tactics around specific aspects of leadership and management. It addresses some of the most common challenges you will face as a leader or manager. They are all recorded unscripted whilst I'm out walking in the countryside, so you'll probably hear birds tweeting in the background or just ambient noise as the people around me are going about their day-to-day life. That's all I'm going to say by way of an introduction, so let's dive straight in to this week's episode. If you're finding the constant demands of being a leader or manager are draining your energy and making it harder for you to show up and lead with clarity and purpose, then today's episode of the Leaders Kitbag is for you. In this episode, we are looking at how the most effective leaders take a very deliberate and conscious approach to managing their energy and recovery so that they can show up at their best for their team and so that they've got the energy to make the most of the opportunities that arise and deal with the challenges that they experience. Now, studies into human energy and leadership show that those leaders who take a very deliberate and strategic approach to managing their energy and recovery experience less burnout than others and can sustain higher levels of performance for longer. And Daniel Goleman's work into emotional intelligence suggests that self-awareness is crucial for us to be able to manage both our physical, mental, and emotional energy. And studies from the world of positive psychology suggest that small rituals such as taking a walk, a minute's meditation, or breathing exercises, for example, can significantly boost our energy levels. And in turn, this means that we will experience less decision fatigue, and it ensures we can be an energizer for our team, as opposed to a drain or the mood hoover that I've mentioned in previous episodes of the Leaders Kitbag. So, how do we do it? How do we manage our energy and recovery? Well, in today's episode of the Leaders Kitbag, I've got 3 simple tips for you. Number 1 is to identify your own energy peaks and troughs. Notice when you naturally feel more energized and when you naturally feel more drained. Some people are morning people, they're full of energy in the mornings. Other people come alive in the late afternoon and energy. Some people have a slump around mid-afternoon, which incidentally can often be as a result of what we've eaten at lunchtime. But notice your energy peaks and troughs, and as much as you can, where you can, plan your tasks and activities to fit with your energy. For example, I wouldn't recommend having a one-to-one with someone in your team at the end of the day on a Friday or any other time when you know you are not going to be at your best. That individual who you lead will not get the best of you and will not leave that one-to-one feeling as though they matter and having had a great experience. So that's tip number 1. Notice and manage your energy peaks and troughs. Number 2 is to create and practice some small rituals. Build some short, simple, consistent habits to help you manage your energy. As I said, it could be getting up and regularly going for a short walk. It could be some stretching at your desk. It could be breathing exercises. It could be a minute's meditation, or even just taking 3 long, deep breaths. These things will make a difference if you make them a habit. The third tip I have for you around managing your energy levels is to set boundaries and schedule well-being activities. As leaders, as driven individuals, we want to succeed. And that means often our day creeps and our day blurs. Yes, many of us now are in a situation where we can flex how we work to fit in work and life. But when the lines get blurred too much, that becomes a challenge. Set some clear boundaries of when work starts and finishes to ensure you have some protected time where you can switch off. This also sets a great example for those that we lead. And finally, to your own well-being activities, whatever they might be, whether that's running, cycling, yoga, Pilates, swimming, or even catching up and socializing with friends. Don't leave these activities to chance or allow them to be something you do only when you have time. Prioritize them, schedule them, get them in your calendar just as you would with an important work meeting, because arguably these are as important, if not more important, than anything we will do at work. So that is it for the content for this episode of the Leaders Kitbag. If you're finding these videos and mini podcasts useful, then do check out Ben AI via the link below, wherever you happen to be watching or listening to this episode. Ben AI is my new virtual on-demand coach and mentor. Whenever you have a leadership or management challenge or want some personal development advice, you'll be able to open up Ben AI, type in your question, and get an immediate personalized response that is tailored to your exact question. And if you want, you can even have a phone call with Ben AI. He sounds scarily like me. So that's Ben AI. If you're interested, check it out via the link in the show notes, wherever you happen to be watching or listening. That's it for this episode. As always, look after yourself, look after those you've got the privilege and responsibility to lead. And until next time, folks, lead on.